Welcome back to TheLesterBros.
Woo, put it out.
Put out the fire.
Good job.
Wait for the
Are
animation.
you a firefighter now?
I totes am.
Animation delays.
These rooms are so long
What
and
the- no.
skinny.
Let me move. Thank you. There we go.
Oh,
Big Rich.
Yum, yum, yum.
jeez.
Give me that ruby.
He's so happy.
Alright, now you going down.
You know what I hate?
Uh-huh.
What?
When people make generalizations about the desires of people based on gender.
Cool.
Yep.
Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah. Like, all guys like this. All girls like this. No, it's...
Mm-hmm.
Some people are very different from who you are.
Especially, which Nexium, which is a cult.
Oh,
a
God.
multi-level marketing cult.
Yeah.
Basically, like, one of their ideas is that, like, all women are bad, essentially. Like, they can't control themselves, and they're all gossips.
Jeez.
And, like they're all just doing all these very typical bad women things.
Oh, God.
And so, like, basically anytime a woman's like, oh, well, think about it, like, why are we doing it this way, or why are we doing it that way? They're like, you're just being a woman right now. You need to resist that.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, it's pretty terrible to listen to.
Yeah. Oof.
Aren't cults just the best?
Mm-hmm. And they're multi-level marketing cults, so it's, like, even worse.
Mm-hmm.
It's like the two of the worst cults. The only multi-level marketing I will participate in is Pampered Chef, because they actually make good products.
Okay. Sponsor?
Totes.
Now, do you want me to give you a list of the ones I don't like?
No.
What was the one we drove through, like, near, was it Enumclaw?
What are you talking about?
Like, there was a Buddhist temple right next to a cult.
Oh, like Ramthus?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a cult that's down in, no, it's in Yelm, not Enumclaw,
yeah.
Yelm.
And there's like a famous actor that lives there. Or the actor that played Frida Kahlo.
No, I don't know. I
Yeah.
don't know enough about it. So the actress who played Frida Kahlo?
Yeah.
Well,
The actress
Oh.
that played Frida lives by the cult in Enumclaw.
Nope, Yelm.
Yum. By Yum, not Enumclaw. You're right.
one of those weird eastern towns.
Yeah.
It's not even Eastern.
What?
It's just east of us.
Right.
It's not in the eastern part of the state.
But it's still east of us.
One of those Cascade towns.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we drove, like, I didn't know there was a cult. One of my people in my networking group told me about.
Achoo!
He's actually, so he works for a funeral home. So he'll go and get people's bodies. And he's gone there a couple times to get bodies.
What the fuck?
Because, like, you know, somebody will go there to die, pretty much. Like, go to her house.
Yeah.
And he says that her house is pretty, like, jacked. It's really nice.
Nice. With the actor? The actress?
Well, no, the lady who runs the cult, Ramtha.
Oh. Okay.
Like, what it's called, like, Ramtha's House of Enlightenment or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
There's a Buddhist temple not too far away, too.
Like
Is she
across
an
the street.
Evergreener?
Literally across the street.
Maybe. I have no idea. Like, this is pretty much all I know.
Evergreen's kind of a cult. But...
I mean, aren't all colleges a little bit of a cult?
Yeah, that's
Especially
true.
liberal arts.
Yeah.
But then again, you could argue Christian colleges are also a cult.
Most, yeah.
Do we need to get into that?
No, I don't have the energy for that.
Oh.
I don't have the energy for my religion argument things.
But if you tried, maybe it'll be fun to listen to.
Religion?
Yes.
I listened to this awesome podcast that's called Zealot. And she talks about cults. And she's like a new guest on each time, and they talk about a cult.
Uh-huh.
And she's got these cute little, like, catchy songs. They're like, random facts. Talking about random facts. And, like, she'll be like, take me to your compound, and, like, all this different stuff. And they talk about various cults.
Huh.
And then the last thing she goes is, okay, now you have to go out and join a cult. And then her co-host is supposed to be like, don't do that. Do not join a cult. I had an ending to this story, but I forgot it. This is why you shouldn't have me on.
Well, if you keep saying that.
What's going on?
I need fire and also to unlock a
Beat up
door.
some stuff. I love seeing the mirrors in this.
Mirrors?
Mirrors.
Mirrors.
Did I
Mirrors.
say mirrors wrong?
It said mirrors.
Mirrors. Not mirrors.
Mirrors.
Mirror.
Like a meerkat.
My roars.
mirror.
Mirror cat.
Mirror.
Meerkat.
Mirror.
Mirror. Mirror.
Now here's something I want to know, Kevin.
Yeah.
I was recently doing a case for the podcast that I did that for.
Right.
And P. Wallop was in there.
Yeah.
And I wrote in parentheses how to pronounce it. And I wrote P-E-E, and then a dash, and then Wallop. So P. Wallop.
Puyallup.
And Paul said I was wrong.
Puyallup.
But, like, is there a better way I could have said how to pronounce it? Like, written how to pronounce it?
Puyallup.
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 So like
Puyallup.
like a
Puyallup.
church pew.
Pew.
Puyallup. Puyallup.
Puyallup. Puyallup.
Puyallup.
Yeah, Puyallup. There it is. Puyallup.
Up.
Puyallup.
Yes. Ow. Pew.
Can you stick?
Ow.
Can Jefferson stick on there like how it's spelled?
Sure.
Puyallup.
'Cause it is not spelled like that.
No, it's not.
Why is this guy so athletic? He plays
Puyallup.
pool.
Native Americans shouldn't have to bend to our will, but
No, they should not. Which is
Haley.
why you just learn how to pronounce it. But I'm wondering, like, so I was wrong to say that's how you pronounce it. I was just trying to make it easy,
yeah.
so they wouldn't be like
No, the idea is good.
Yallop,
Yo.
What the?
Yallop.
I think Washingtonians would be very. It would pique their interest. Like, oh, this person did not talk to anybody who knows anything about Puyallup. Yeah.
I also recently listened to a podcast from a different podcast that was all about the Green River Killer. And, like, every time they were like, and then he went to this place. And I was like, I know where that place is. They're like, and then they found a body here. And I'm like, I know where that place is.
Auburn.
Yeah, Auburn. And they talked about, they're like, what is now SeaTac? So I guess at the time it was not SeaTac yet.
Sciatic? No.
Come on.
SeaTac. To be honest, when my friend first moved here, I didn't know what Tacoma was. Like, she was like, my school's in Tacoma. And I'm like, where now?
Tacoma Dome.
The Tacoma Dome.
The Tacoma Dome.
When we flew in from Wisconsin last, we could see the Tacoma Dome from the plane. And
Space.
It looked so tiny. It looked like I could just, like, press my thumb down and crush it.
You can. It is not that big. Paul and I both had graduation there.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
Why is this guy only 50?
I've never actually been in it. I've just driven past it.
Kind of
Get
what?
him.
Freaking inverse controls.
To a what?
Oh, come on, where'd he go?
Get him.
You've never been to a what?
I've never actually been to the Tacoma Dome.
Ah.
I've just driven past a lot.
I recommend the car museum, not necessarily the dome itself. you can walk around the dome.
Car museum's pretty fun.
Yeah, car museum's pretty interesting. The history of cars and stuff. Yeah. And it's like really like has a really cool architecture.
Yeah, it
Inside.
does.
Yeah.
It's very round.
Yeah,
It's a
I guess-
but it
dome.
has like a ton
No.
of levels that you walk down through
Oh,
history.
really?
Yeah.
We're talking about the car museum.
Yep. Yeah, there's
It's kind of like a U-shaped roof.
yeah, it has like this interesting wave shape to it and like kind of a car shape-ish, but tall. And then it has like
Does it go underground?
5 or 6 floors
Under that?
of like cars throughout history. You go down ramps, and then there's a ramp
Really?
in the middle, and then there's a ramp off the sides, and then there's a ramp in the middle. And
Because
those
I
are
looked at it and I was like, there must not be very much in there.
and it's full of cars, different cars from different
Okay, that
times.
actually sounds really cool.
Yeah.
Maybe when my parents are in town, I'll take my dad there.
I definitely recommend it for dads. They would really enjoy it.
My dad will at least know something.
Yeah, like there's a lot more to it than it appears on the outside. Like I didn't know that those were there either, but for Sarah's graduation, we went there, and
You were like, wow.
it took forever to walk through all of them. So
That sounds awesome.
all the layers, yeah, it was. And Sarah's a fan of cars, so she like old cars. So
Oh, I didn't know that.
she really appreciates. She'll make me stop so she can take pictures of old cars and send to her mom. It's pretty cute.
Ah.
She likes old trucks with the wood beds
Oh yeah.
and VW buses with the wraparound windows.
Yeah, she's got a good taste.
And then like old sports cars,
Well, yeah.
like old tiny sports cars. There's a couple of them at Evergreen that she likes. So yeah, definitely
Whoa.
recommend the Tacoma Car Museum.
How about the Museum of Flight? A butt ton of
In Seattle,
planes.
in SeaTac.
Yeah.
That is cool. Probably one of the coolest museums we have in Washington.
Mm-hmm.
I think
I mean, I wouldn't say that. It was cool, definitely, but it was not the coolest.
What's the coolest, Haley?
I grew up with it.
Probably
It
a
was
natural
fun.
history museum of any kind.
The Macaw Museum in Nia Bay.
Oh, yeah, I haven't been to that one.
You guys will be really close to it for the Ozette Trail.
That's true. I don't think we have time to go up there,
Oh,
though.
just the coolest. I mean, there's full whale skeletons over the canoes
That's
that
cool.
hunted them, and like the different types of arrowheads for the different kind of things, like sea otters and stuff that the natives used, and like a full like walk-in longhouse design,
Oh, cool.
and tons of artifacts and old pictures of like the shaggy dogs that they used to have on the
Oh.
Olympic Peninsula that they used for wool before sheep were introduced
Oh,
there.
huh.
So yeah, they kept a breed, like a special breed of super shaggy dog that is now extinct now. Yeah, that is extinct now, and they would use that for wool and clothing and stuff.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, like there's all
Huh.
sorts of stuff that you can learn from that museum. And
Well, pretty much, for me at least, anything that's even remotely natural history of any kind,
Yeah.
I'm like down. Like, that is my kind of museum.
that would be it. That would be one of the best ones we have in Washington. For
Freaking
sure.
pentagram over here.
Ooh, devil.
I love pentagrams. Those are cool.
Get the devil up in here. Do a salt circle so they can't get to you.
Hmm?
Throw
Haley.
salt over your shoulder, because that's where the devil lives.
Though, so art museums are not my thing. Like, I just think they're pretty boring, and that's my own fault.
The Seattle Art Museum's good. I don't think any other ones are pretty good.
We went to the Vancouver Art Museum because my mom loves art museums. Like,
Ah.
that is her jam. And so my dad and I are like, fine, we'll go to the art museum for you. And most of it was dumb, but they had portraits from the Royal Portrait Gallery. I don't remember what it's called. Queen has a portrait gallery, apparently.
Yeah.
And there was one that was embroidered. It was because they were all self-portraits. And it was, this woman embroidered herself on it. And then, like, it wasn't like cross-stitch or anything. Like, when you stood back from it before you, like, went up and read about it, you
Yeah.
thought it was a oil painting. You thought it was like a painting that just, like, had more texture.
Yeah.
And then you walked up and you, like, read the thing and you're like, wait, what now?
Yeah.
She like made this look like herself, like definitely human, like so real looking,
Yeah.
but it's all embroidery.
And this is in Vancouver.
Yeah, it was in Vancouver, but it's owned by the Queen's Portrait Gallery, so like it was on loan from England. But it was amazing, and I was like, well, just for this one piece, it was worth coming into this dumb museum. And there were some other cool ones, like they had, who was it, Rembrandt, I think?
Mm-hmm.
I think it was Rembrandt. And they had like a sketch that he'd done of himself. And somebody else too that was famous, but I forget now because it's been a while since I have been there. But you say the Seattle Art Museum's really good?
It has my favorite painting,
Which is what?
which is... I want to get the exact title and year.
Okay.
Well, anyway, next time on TheLesterBros,
Jeez.
we're going to talk about more art museums.
Art's
And ignore
down.
what you're doing.
Exactly. I haven't said a word in like 5 minutes.
Hey, art.
We're sorry.
No.
I don't think we actually are.
Boop.
You're doing really great, though. You're sucking up all those ghosts.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you have 18 out of... There's 50 ghosts in this house?
50 boos, Haley.
Booze. I apologize from the bottom of my heart. They are booze.